2024, my friend Linda Vader and I had so much fun on our tour in the Scotland borders that this year we decided to visit Dublin area gardens in Ireland. And Ireland has such a great climate for gardens. There's lots of rain. There's a reason it's called the Emerald Isle,
Yes.
right? Because everything is so lush and green there. And it also has a more temperate climate than, say, we in the Midwest are used to. So there's a lot of variety in the different kinds of plants that can be grown. On the coasts, it's almost tropical. And so, I've seen Dixonias or tree ferns growing there. And I think those are Pacific Island plants, And then when you get into the mountains around Dublin, the Wicklow Mountains, it gets cold in the winter. And so they need plants that are more like what we grow and here in the Midwest. And so they have to be able to tolerate colder temperatures. But in any case, the views are beautiful. Lots of picturesque countryside, and the trips between the gardens will be very nice as well. Yeah. So we're visiting gardens on the coast, we're visiting gardens in the mountains, we're visiting gardens, private gardens, public gardens. So I think our first day sort of encapsulates the range of different types of experiences that we'll be having in Ireland. We'll start the day at the world famous Powerscourt estate, and this 17th century garden has, it's historic. It's expansive. It has a range of different types of gardens, from the walled garden with the double, super colorful, wide double borders down a path, just, stunning, to Italianate garden with an amazing water feature and statuary, to a Japanese garden, to all these different vantage points that have been created into the garden. So that you can enjoy the views of the garden and enjoy the views outside the garden, of Sugarloaf Mountain nearby.
One of my favorite spots there was that, I don't know if you remember that moss wall leading into the Japanese garden. It's just...
Oh, yeah. That was beautiful. It was like a ruin that you went into, but there are so many really just unique places there, and it's really big, so you can get a lot of anything you can think of, you can see there almost. And then of course there's a really great cafe there too, and we'll be able to have lunch on our own there. Avoca, I just love that cafe in Ireland. And so if you like baked goods, which I really do, it's a good place to be. And then after lunch, we'll have time to visit a more naturalistic space called Mount Usher. And this was designed in the William Robinson style of natural gardens.
Totally different.
Totally different in the early 20th century. And the River Vartree runs through the middle of this property. And think, this sort of burbling brook with rhododendrons hanging over the banks and primulas along the sides and winding paths and champion trees, which are trees that are the largest of their type.
Just magnificent trees.
Yeah. So it's a really, it'll be a peaceful walk through a beautiful naturalistic garden. And then finally, we'll end our day in a contemporary garden, the contemporary garden of T.J. Maher and Simon Kirby. It's called Pathana. And this is a small, intimate little garden that's really only been done in the last 10 years. And TJ's an artist, so he has a real way with color. And his perennial and annual plantings are just stunning. They're just so beautiful and great containers. And this garden is on 2 levels. Again, it's very small, but it's on 2 levels. And when you go to the top, to the newest garden, the garden has all been designed to frame this really picturesque and historic church, and with a beautiful steeple nearby. And so it's just, it's a really special experience. And TJ is so warm and welcoming and willing to share all of his ideas and the story of the garden. And so they'll probably serve us tea and cake there too. So can't complain about that.
It was very popular on our 2022 tour. It was, I think that was the last one on the whole tour.
Yeah, that was a popular spot. So, and there's a lot of experiences throughout the week, like all of those. We'll see some great private gardens, like Jimmy Blake's Hunting Brook and his sister June Blake's garden nearby. We'll see more public places, like the Dublin, the Glasnevin,
Yeah.
the Irish Botanic Garden.
Yep.
We'll see some estate gardens and some art galleries, and we'll even have a fun evening at Johnny Fox's Pub where we get to enjoy Irish traditional music and dancing with a lot of other people. So
Yeah.
that will be a really sort of lively experience.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
so lots of beautiful gardens, lots of fun with Linda and I, and we really hope you can enjoy. We hope you can join us. If you'd like to know more about this trip or any additional itineraries for 2025, you can learn more information in the description below.